This is the tale of Chidabam, Kenna, and Sama, a lesson on procrastination. Once upon a time, in the vibrant village of Elu Ohafia, nestled in Abia State, Nigeria, the villagers decided to host a grand feast to celebrate the harvest. The feast would take place in the village square under the great Udala, African star apple tree. Everyone in the community had to contribute one type of food for the feast. Tudoban, a strong and diligent young man, immediately began preparing. He went to the yam fields and harvested the biggest yams he could find. Kenna, a clever, hard-working girl, climbed the palm trees to gather fresh palm fruits and coconuts. Sama, a kind and industrious woman, gathered vegetables from her garden and fresh water from the stream. But there was another young man in the village named Tobe, known for his laziness. Tobe thought, "Why should I rush? The feast is days away. I'll do it later." Instead of preparing, he spent his time playing ayo, a traditional game, and lounging under the Udala tree watching the others work. Days passed quickly, and soon it was the morning of the feast. Tobe woke up in a panic. "Oh no, I haven't gathered anything," he exclaimed. He rushed to the yam fields, but Chidabam has already harvested the best yams. He ran to the palm trees, but Kenna had already collected all the ripe fruits. He searched the gardens, but Sama had already taken the vegetables. With no food to contribute, Tobe arrived at the village square empty-handed. The village was alive with music, laughter, and the delicious smell of food. The long table was filled with yam porridge, coconut rice, palm oil, stew, and roasted plantains. The villagers, dressed in colorful traditional outfits, were seated and ready to eat. The village elder, Amechi, stood up and asked Tobe, "What have you brought for the feast?" Tobe lowered his head and said, "Nothing. Amechi waited too long, and now there's nothing left to eat." Amechi shook her head. "If you did not prepare, you cannot partake." As the villagers enjoyed the feast, Tobe sat under the Udala tree, hungry and ashamed. He watched Chidabam, Kenna, Sama, and the other villagers laughing and enjoying the fruits of their hard work. Their delicious smells teased him, but he could only sit and regret his laziness. Just as Tobe was about to leave, Sama noticed him under the tree. She whispered to Chidabam and Kenna, who nodded. The three of them gathered some leftovers, small pieces of yam, a little coconut rice, and a handful of vegetables, and approached Tobe. "Tobe," Sama said kindly, "we will share this with you, but only one condition." Tobe looked up surprised. "Anything, I promise." "You must help us in the next harvest," Kenna said. "You will learn how much effort it takes to prepare for the feast." Tobe eagerly agreed, and they handed him the food. It wasn't much, but it was still enough to finish his empty stomach. From that day on, Tobe kept his promise. He worked hard during the next harvest, helping Chidabam, Kenna, and Sama gather food for the feast. When the next celebration came, Tobe brought his own contribution, a basket of freshly picked corn. This time he sat at the table laughing and eating with everyone else. And so the people of Ula Ahafea learned that it's never too late to change, as long as you are willing to work hard and learn from your mistakes.